Hey guys, so we don't have the Chromebooks in our classroom right now, but I thought that this is a lesson that might be helpful to rewatch. So I'm going to go ahead and film it for you. I'm going to go ahead and go over the problem of the day now. So the question says, which terms can be combined? So I'm going to organize my A's, my B's, and then my numbers. So 10 is a number. That's the first term right here. 4a, notice it's a positive 4a, minus 2b, that minus sign, that whole term goes together, 8, and minus 3a. So those are the terms that can be combined. So I have two terms in my a's, one term in my b, and then two terms in my numbers. So if I combine the like terms to find an equivalent expression, I should end up with a, because 4 minus 3 is 1, minus 2b, 10 plus 8 is 18, and that would be my equivalent expression to this one. Okay, now remember that that is my final answer because I can't combine my a's and my b's. It's like my apples and bananas. I can't combine them any further than they are right now. Okay, so going over the notes for today. So here are just some reminders. So a term is a single number or variable that's attached to a number. So it's separated by positive and negative signs is what separates terms from each other. So if I have this expression right here, then you can see that 3a is a term, 4b is a term, and negative 5 is a separate term. An expression is a numeric or algebraic sentence that doesn't have an equal sign. And yesterday I noticed that you guys were writing your terms in different orders. Let's make sure that they go in alphabetical order. So A, B, C, X, Y, Z, we want to keep that in order. So then we have a review of the distributive property here. So if I have 5 times parentheses 2x plus 3, that's going to give me 5 times 2x plus 5 times 3, which is going to give me 10x plus 15. That's a review of what we did last week on the distributive property. So now I'm going to review what we did yesterday, which is to find an equivalent expression. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to draw a table. Let's see if I can set this up right. Okay, so I'm going to draw a table of A's, B's, and numbers. And then I'm going to make sure that I organize them including my signs here. So I have negative 5a, positive 6b, minus 2a, 12, plus 4b, minus 3. So if I have a negative 5a and a negative 2a, altogether I have a negative 7a, plus 10b, minus 9. Okay, so this is the review of kind of up here what we did last year in algebra, this is what we did last week, and then this is what we did yesterday. Okay, so now I'm going to take it to the next level. This is my new learning. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to combine the distributive property and combining like terms. So I'm going to distribute first, and then I'm going to combine. So when I say distribute first, that means that I'm going to be attacking those two. They're not even really terms. They're like mini expressions here. And I'm going to attack them first because I can't combine without actually knowing how much of each kind of term I have. I notice that my variable here is x instead of a or b, but the process is still going to be the same. So now what I'm going to have is 4x plus 2 times 8x plus 2 times 6. And remember, again, I got that because I'm using the distributive property. Minus 5 times 2 plus 5 times 1. So I'll go ahead and simplify that expression now. I have 4x plus 16x plus 12 minus 10 plus 5. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine my like terms. So that means I can combine my x terms Now, remember, we don't know what x equals to, and that's okay. We have 4 of something and 16 of something. These are separate because there's no variable attached to them, so we have to combine them, but we're going to keep them separate from the x's. So what I have is 4x and 16x, so that's going to give me a total of 20x plus 12 minus 10 plus 5. 20x, 12 minus 10 is 2, plus 5, and my final answer is going to be 20x plus 7. Okay, so I hope that was helpful, and you can watch this if you want a review on the distributive property and combining like terms.